We're live across all social media platforms. We live across all social media platforms. Revolt Media across all social media platforms. Being Facebook, TikTok, Snap, Twitter, IG, everywhere. Revolt Media. And here holding, here Nyansa, here to watch it on Oman Adwuma Revolt with Kwesi Nyantakyi. We're live across all social media platforms. We live across all social media platforms. Revolt Media across all social media platforms. Being Facebook, TikTok, Snap, Twitter, IG, everywhere. Revolt Media. And here holding, here Nyansa, here to watch it on Oman Adwuma Revolt with Kwesi Nyantakyi. We're live across all social media platforms. We live across all social media platforms. Revolt Media across all social media platforms. Being Facebook, TikTok, Snap, Twitter, IG, everywhere. Revolt Media.
Yes, this is another day the Lord has made. Let us all rejoice in it. Your friend Kwesi Nyantakyi, this is Revolt Radio. But trust say and I'm going to say kai ija dem me treasure atum ti baby a wo bia no share video no na invite amanfo no meet nyansa na ha na nyansa wo why from Crawford no mu meet ye bi na ha nyansa wo your friend Kwesi Nyame the man the city the God. Yes, I dey be din komo kakra but trust Saturday I'm going to say your Oman Adwuma na Oman Adwuma there as the name implies the communal labor and then the 6th of April 2024. Yes, the stamp was so. You be kan adwene akere e wo niam bi a ekoso wo Ghana. Ya adwene mu no ye free say enkoyie. Ti ba cha oba ti say dem di kan no a share video no e de amaye. No invite amanfo ama wo mo so abe join na bibia aye kama e wo ho. And then me producer Kelly. Miss Kels on the o produce me. They say they also a research and development agent. Who you bad is saying or baba baby, but your ban watch a video no very, very important. Now watch the watching the be say I don't hold the monopoly to wisdom. Ye baha in addition also watching today very, very important. It will ban watch the watching na you be also ako kama Eddie Amay. Yes, Kwesi Nyantakyi for Ejoso MP. Ghana, are we serious? That's my question. My question is, are we serious as a people? That's my question. That Kwesi Nyantakyi, ebetimi abase opese obeye MP. Ewo Ejoso. Enye baby akeke say Ashanti region, the stronghold of the ruling political party. Opese oye MP wo. Are we serious? But answer no quick copy na debiya no obomechi by open anything printing yes quick copy na yem print be enfamao your 1900 East Dublin Granville Road 161 so former Ashland University building ni mu Ashland University building ni mu e ho de wo oba wa obehu say nkofo nya agro no mu die printing press kese aye print bibia open books open brochures open envelopes open postcards business cards, open flyers, open banners, retractable banner, rolling banner, open backdrops, anything printing be open canvas, sure canvas here bomachia, nina any printing yard here. Open old photos now person print any on canvas. Now the talk where you kind of say ufi with the bull fee na bibia here kama demo nina no ye be ye the amount na bibia kama the amount yes. And then me busa say Ghanaians, are we serious? Ghana for etienkrophobia ya dwene na nkasa na date me ye adwuma. Like why do these politicians feel so they can do whatever and just come anytime and just harvest at any time? Why? Me I strongly believe say it's the way that we carry ourselves, you know. And my politicians, you know, I believe we say omu betumi aye sade na omu eyen de bia no. Omu gusu yen yeah, tough. But the politicians are enjoying. They are still driving their V8. Nothing has changed for them. A lot of things have changed for Ghanaians. A lot of things have changed for Ghanaians. Yet the politicians, nothing has changed for them. It's my question is, Do they omu hu ye say ye kwa ye nipa? Do they? No, omu hu ye say ye nipa because we have allowed them. We have given excuses to them for them to believe, say, oh, omu ye super humans and they can do whatever that they want to do. And until my politicians, it behave that way, But any topic, and it say, can we ever be serious? Kwesi Nyantakyi vying for a Joso MP. Yes, Kwesi Nyantakyi vying for a Joso MP. Can we as Ghanaians ever in our lives be serious? They tell me busa sa same way any. Obi oha, obi a on ase, obi oni back story no. Obeka say how? Say Kwesi Nyantakyi we Ghana ni bi aso betimi a vie for elections in Ghana. So far as or Ghana ni nkwana or sound mind ne obetumi have vie for any political office in Ghana. Yes, it is true, but you will near maybe why see a moral compass no eye adwuma e wo ho. Say near maybe why yen as citizens no see moral compass ne eye adwuma wo ho a the politician no kwan feel say obetumi aba say me baba be pe a position in the nation looking at his personal track record. Mo amunim Kwesi Nyantakyi ni anybody else who ta okodura no in America. Kwesi Nyantakyi was the only GFA president and he was the youngest at the time. I would qualify Ghana to World Cup for the first time 2006. Why are they? Kwesi Nyantakyi was the only GFA president that ultimately Ghana call World Cup Bako Mienu in 2010. It was South Africa. 2010 they inquired there. We almost got into the semi-final. Kwesi Nyantakyi na yes there. Owie no sade called 2014 in Brazil. Kwesi Nyantakyi na yes there. Under the stewardship of Kwesi Nyantakyi to be the Ghana. No African nation has done this thing. First or the under 20 no. Ekokwaje African Cup of Nations. I know the Africa definitely African nations have won. And what that same team no echo World Cup in 2009 under 20 World Cup. And what the Ghana ekwaje under 20 World Cup no. No African nation has done this. This was under the leadership of Kwesi Nyantakyi. Yes, this was under the leadership of Kwesi Nyantakyi. Inti yemfa the flowers mano waye adwuma. He did very well. He rose into Okowafu, the president of Wafu, West African Football Union, the president of Oko, a FIFA, a council of committee, Oko, vice president. It's true Ghana. This man really rised. Eko the name Eboju Ghana for you said that. Akwano adena oye no tiasie or rising to the uppermost level of our politics. I mean, our football. And not just our football, but football in the world in general. Kwesi Nyantakyi was able to do that. But yemfa enonton channel. Under Kwesi Nyantakyi time, there was a lot of corruption in the FA. There was a lot of corruption in the FA. Where some people were sidelined from positions because they go against. They don't like the way the president was running the football association. They get sidelined. People were sharing money here and there. That was what was going on under Kwesi Nyantakyi. Even though everybody knew Kwesi Nyantakyi has done good for the football, he was also doing some making bad decisions. Yeah, people were like, how? How can this even happen in the first place? Like Sika for it be a football development, other nations will use it, and then you see physical facilities say, oh, Omusika buy, this is what they have used for. But Ghana and Kwa who be scan be finance canasa. Ghana and Kwa who be scan be finance canasa. So people were at the point got angry. But before say in Suon a chair to a it got to a point, I think it's a power no ra, Mr. Nyantakyi. A trimuma fee, Nyantakyi Diana Opena. Oh yeah. And the people like countryman so go they be no so jagu Nyantakyi so say no. Nyantakyi say football no and the Nyantakyi no. Let's not forget say or the aye sanema we nyina but under Nyantakyi no coast football na egu. There was no coast football. A coast football so nya players. It's what happened when Ghana and I say all of a sudden just say Ghana ni yawo Ghana ni bi wo baby ni di bika na akofa no. Oh, ne ma me Ghana ni o me ma Ghana. Ne papa Ghana ni our local football was dying kotoko and has ewu under this leadership of Kwesi Nyantakyi because they were not investing any money in the football. But say FIFA scandals were bad. You know, say FIFA scandal was supposed to meant for the clubs. Clubs so they FIFA scandal de no imagine so ede say scandal arane your football na e Ghana no. But under Kwesi Nyantakyi leadership no there, na be very tough say scandal betimi about clubs no ho. Yes, and Kwesi Nyantakyi leadership no na be very tough scandal betimi about clubs no ho. There were a lot of the the Gaka for were complaining say when this man became the president, you know, the money is not coming. We are not getting funds to run the clubs, and you could see the decline in our league. To say first, no, you can get up and say because Sheko Tokone has. Where Okoheko Tokwa so bit we have play a bit to say Steve Odro, bit we have play a bit to say Nana Hindria, bit we have play a bit to say a bloody. Like we have big names at Oko Stadium. Say I'm going to watch these guys. Say has bit we can say Emmanuel Seko for Dombote, Ishbelado more. You can mention these names. I'm gonna watch these guys. But under even with Liberty Nikin Facer, Liberty Mo. Ablad Kumo Dimo, you know, like Henry Thero, like they were players that you know. Asamoah Mo, Sa Okoshe Mo, Sule Muntari Makilese. Like you could tell, so I'm gonna watch these players because they play for these leagues. But under Kwesi Nyantakyi, you know, everything changed. Be as a sign in our football. Be as a sign. It was only about the Black Stars. Every aspect of the football no declined. So people were not happy. Because yes, we had the any kotokone ye has, ye Liberty me Kim Facer, ye Olympics, and Wa All Stars. These actually these are our clubs. But the clubs were failing. And because the clubs were failing, you know, our talents were going to Ghana need to be man of so to go akobobo. Ghana need to be man of so go Sudan. Sudan Ghana need to go Sudan akobobo. This was what was happening in the nation at the time. In 2018, and it says Anas, in the Manas, Tiger IPI. Tiger I. But let me say this about Anas. There's a lot of people that disagree with Anas' method now. You should know. There's a lot, even when you come to the West here, there has been a lot of argument about that method. The FBI uses it, the CIA uses it, almost every institution in the world uses it. Yet, people believe that it is entrapment. And I'd have no problem with anybody that feels that that is entrapment. Because this argument, everywhere you go in the world, it is there. Everybody's arguing over it. Say, if you go and present something to somebody, let's say, Nipaneje, untuminka say, Nipana Bokrono. I know you want. That's what a lot of people are arguing. A lot of people are also arguing, say, would you remember actually say, untumi be being free will be why? It doesn't matter whether somebody present it to you or not. You cannot accept it. Because it goes against the rules, the laws, the conditions, the terms of your job or your position. A lot of people also hold that. So in 2018, Ananas, a premiere number 12. The video, a friend number 12. Now that video, no, it was targeted at the heart of football. You know, him say football is an economy on its own. Football, a economy on its own. Magana any form say my economy ni munye the footballers we just get to your footballers. People will still go to park and watch games. My economy ni munye there say the whole year say yes baby I there as we go England every day stadium by Emma. Their tickets will sell. Uko Spain, their tickets will sell. It doesn't matter the economic hardship in Spain right now. Real Madrid for selling tickets. Barcelona for selling tickets. Valencia, they will sell their tickets. Football itself has its own economy. GFA boss, you know, I strongly believe, was the intended target. Now, last video, you know, there was a lot of people. Match commissioners, footballers, referees, coaches. There are so many people are article on the but the most important person I know womua na yenina yenidi Mr. Kwesi Nyantakyi. Yes, Mr. Kwesi Nyantakyi, GFA boss at the time. Or FIFA or to about FIFA council so. or CAF. Only at the time, we were vice president for Confederation of African Football. It was a big shot. When you have been able to climb to these places, politically, you are very strong. He was a very big shot at the time. So in the video, and this is what we saw in the video. Video, 1 hour video, but this is what actually happened. Is the summary of it. We all saw Mr. Kwesi Nyantakyi in the video with a sheikh who presumed to be a Sheikh Atani of Qatar. Our name is Mr. Kwesi Nyantakyi meeting with Dubai. Hotel room. Negotiate about how be dupi Ghana. How be invest this guy Ghana football to get their way out. So Mr. Kwesi Nyantakyi actually told them, say, Sikebi bema Ghana biano. So the 20 million eba, to me I say the 12 million eba, and now the 15 million eba, no 5 million eba, no. But between or no any investor there, 20 million eba, no agenda 5 million that channel. No one announce to the nation and say Sika yedeba or mine 12 million. And I say 15 million, but no, I just 20 million. But so Oman Adwuma, Oman 20 million worth of Adwuma. Yes, that was basically what was negotiated in the video. And then he went about football. This is on live video. Anybody who wanna go check again can go and check. And then he went about football and say the president is in the bottom, the vice president is in the bottom. It's for football no kwanton channel munye. Investment ankasa wo man mu na investment bia don baby no budget 10% of the investment. It is onya sika na obetutu ama vice president no ama Anthony Kabo din oma Anthony Kabo no ama vice president no ama president no it ama president 10 million ama vice 5 na Kabo ni team 2 na say omo no ase no omo seal deal no. This were the negotiations are a course e video ni the video no be to abonten before the video came out no. Normally it was a procedure where Anas ebe release video what he does and say oko eyiho president one what the work na ko chair president say this is what I have done. He did it with John Kufuor. He did it with John Mills, John Mahama, and then the same thing with Nanado. It was this video, no question Nanado whom video, no, how damaging the video is, and the video is gonna come out regardless of what Nanado feel about the video, no. Nanado make a move. Nanado or that CID. So Munkoche Kwesi Nyantakyi. And a lot of people applaud the president for making that move. Because until you use president din enfan konko yiku e wa abonten sa whether say president ni hu bi whether say president ni hu bi at this point in a wo na wo video ni president ni movie until this is what that happened. President no try say yen ko chedo nti unu ya no wa bruchiri o team information na no abai nti when e kotoka na ye yere no na ye de ne koye na che no hu Number 12 be premiere, number 12 be premiere, boom. And number 12 a premiere. The number 12 video no a premiere, you know. It was like, okay, wow, matches are here Ghana League, these matches are fixed matches. And actually, almost sponsor leagues then they are dealing in Sika omode ban nkrofo bi titi skeri bi ku baby ana. This was what was going on at the time in the minds of Ghanaians. Say, hey, is it true say it's not actually the money that the teams are getting and I said the nation is getting. A lot of people were asking these kind of questions, and these were legitimate questions for Ghanaians to ask. Your previous video no obiye hu se kana wasi. Everything in the video goes against FIFA rules. It's FIFA. Any 24 hours, gonna FIFA they let buy. And the FIFA catch the Kwesi Nyantakyi say, so chemu kura ne nkore bo for pools on Katarani. And grab ball a won't any crown catalani. Anything football, in a free. The position be related to football. Ultimately, only football club. Anything football activity. So the man was forced to sell his football club. Just say, me see FIFA for the say crack a ball mo boy. We need anything to do with football. And that's how we buy. As at now, FIFA any ban no. The ban is still on Kwesi Nyantakyi. Kwesi Nyantakyi didn't fight this case against FIFA because Kwesi Nyantakyi knew say FIFA mbrano obuso. Kwesi Nyantakyi knew say FIFA mbrano obuso. It with that being said, no, Kwesi Nyantakyi na recusing from all footballing activities. As at now, no, as a nation, why we didn't press charges against Kwesi Nyantakyi, no, I do not know. Meaning why the nation, didn't press charges at Kwesi Nyantakyi. I don't know why. Maybe free say Anas a format Anas principle na the president himself cast all the bay Adwuma. Ebia na onyini omunyini say the age doesn't believe say a good principle to use. But yemfa enonon tonche. I say be I'm at it this week I'm coming soon musa my dream I cannot think far. My dream like how on earth can we even allow this to happen? Say you say last month in Muhona John Kuma, Dr. John Kuma, Ifrimu. Ifrimu, yeah, 45-year woman just died. I just say, no, so who same be. Now, John Kuma, don't know a member of parliament for Ejoso constituency. Now, Ejoso constituency, one John Kuma, one. A while so that he free. Papa ya Kwesi Nyantakyi, free, kwaso, Ejoso constituency. And ye be atum say, wow, person wujina in the name of any political party be able to me about because we are about to do the by-elections. Any nipa bebre diaba me madam fokra Evans dia ono so akwa ko gina bi doctor be will be ametiao ono so ko gina bi a ono so pese ye to aba e de ma no. Yes, obi e pe parliament akọ. Ye hwemu a Kwesi Nyantakyi so na e di ne diaba se opese ono so okọ for parliament. Me who said the net cram say how? How can a man that sits on national TV and negotiate bribe in the name and actually accepted the money? He just didn't talk about it. He accepted the money. Or sister or the politician bag as or the call. Nina Kwesi Nyantakyi ISRDN. It's my point. And they say, how on earth does this guy feel say or the moral compass, the moral right to even stand for an election in Ghana? Say to Abamano. Like, what do these people even take us for in the first place? Like, and still thinks that Ghanaians are forgiving, and is that the notion? That Ghanaians are very forgiving people, Bibia you can just do it anyhow. Like sana omo patra na. Personally, I do not get it. How Kwesi Nyantakyi free say obeti ba beginas say ento abama. Krom ha unya criminal record. Adwuma bebre untimi nye. This man wants to get into this arm of government. Like you ready to go for Christ. Like, I do not understand how this man feel like upon everything that he did, no. It says yes now, Se minim say a review, say a chemu, bonina oye, no, say a chemu, and the fact that a chemu obeti be ababe MP. Na me de mentiase no. Sa political party na. Okwojira Dubai on record. The president is in his pocket. The vice president is in pocket. That party now I'm say a character like Mr. Kwesi Nyantakyi, it to me babaye president, it to me babaye MP no. But tell who I'm Then to me, it means saying someone what kind of video he was actually not lying. Say obi a kronfo, no obi akobo kronfo, no abo din say krono na obon unim hu bi. Unu wa man go ahead and say omo krono na. Now ba bonten because you do not associate with this person. Will you in the future want to associate yourself with such a character? Especially when this game of politics a credibility thing. Will you want to associate yourself with this character? Does it sit well with you? We are Ghanaian. I'm not going to be the guy to tell you what is right or what is not right. I'm not going to be the guy to tell you what is right and what is not right. But is it right? Say, Obia Ujire TV is negotiating how you best sell Ghana. Negotiating, Mima we 20, Mima we 5, Mima we say. The guy is negotiating. Even the man that came to him wasn't interested in Ghana. The man was interested in football. He said, yeah, for football, we can do bigger things. This man is trying to be a member of parliament. He's trying to be in an arm of government. Only arm of government in Pony. It is a papa way to we could do the arm of government. That's the question I want to ask. In your mind, what do you think can happen or what do you think will happen if Kwesi Nyantakyi becomes an MP? These are people that are going to make laws for us. These are people that are going to negotiate our debt for us. What do you think will happen? Percentage is saying our free muaba. This is the person say qualified to go for. And this thing that I'm doing is nothing personal against Mr. Nyantakyi. But with what he did, and videos, he doesn't even qualify to be assemblyman. Like when we are having a conversation about national discourse, his opinion doesn't even matter, in my view. A person like that, a person that would choose his self-interest above the national interest, he doesn't deserve, he doesn't qualify to be part of the national conversation. Yes, this is what I believe. This is what I believe. The system that was used to get this information was wrong. But the fact is, concerning talking about the president, the vice president, Anthony Cabo, all these cabinet ministers, he actually proposed that. This is somebody that knew, say, at the end of all, it go against Adwuma. And I say, the position that he holds, so at the end of all, it goes against that. And he still didn't care. He still decided, say, that is what he was going to do, regardless of the situation. That was what he was going to do. And he did it. That's what he chose, and he did it. It's the question, they say, does this guy have the credibility to go to parliament? Does he have the goodwill to go to parliament? MPP party now more associated with this guy. Is it true, say, I'm pana president in Botuma? Nah. Is it true, say, I'm pana vice president in Kwesi Nyantakyi Botuma? Nah. Na enra crowd the video I'm share ya a charming room Ukraine. Kwesi Nyantakyi is going on tour. Kwesi Nyantakyi is going on tour. Ana Kwesi Nyantakyi say. So no near TV. And no near TV. Captain Smart, ebusa Kwesi Nyantakyi say. A DNC between on and us. Ana Kwesi Nyantakyi chiremu say. On anas the see here say. Anas ye video ni we no. Anas catch say obedient $150,000. Obedient $150,000. So man $150,000 are only video no. Enti Kwesi Nyantakyi say otua 100,000. Edema Dr. Jan. Otua 100,000 ma Dr. Kwame Jan. Na Dr. Kwame Jan anas a lawyer. Dr. Kwame Nyantakyi, a nurse lawyer. It will take 100,000, but no so much 150. No, only 150,000, but no, 100,000. He actually paid 100,000 for Dr. Kwame Nyantakyi say, "Omufama nurse, na nurse and kill the story." Okay, Fanessa. This man is on national TV. Accepting say he actually paid bribe. This man is on national TV accepting say he has actually paid bribe to kill a story. This is the person that we want to send to parliament to negotiate on our behalf. The guy is on national TV saying he actually paid $100,000 bribe. We accept it. Ghanaians, we don't see anything wrong with this character. We don't see anything wrong with this man, that he will be problematic because the Ebeyini war just so on parliament. Because I just so on a MPP stronghold, MPP will get not less than 80% of the vote. The Ebeyini war just so on parliament. My question is, Obia on what national TV to say, Metia bribe. Do Ghanaians want to vote for such person? You see, and I say these things, and I say it all the time. Say, Ghanaians, we are our own problems. Ghanaians, we are our own enemies. Ghanaians, everything that happens to us, we deserve it. The Tiama maker say everything that happens to us, Ghanaians, we deserve it. Say. By now, KSN MPP for internally create protests against this guy because of the female party. The man he doesn't feel any shame. He can just go on national TV and say Michia bribe the man Anas. Anas is not above reproach. Mimi free say wow a EBR against Anas in the faculty court because a Jumana or so Anas a year Jumano Eddie a Jumano a blackmail amount for then he needs to be jailed for that. I've said this several times. But say a Jirabonte here to Boba Park so they will not fly. And no will not fly. If you have anything against him, go to court. And that's the video nearby. I was having Kwesi Nyantakyi case in court. That's what he did. It is a will be beat here in the system or the year Jumana. Go to court. Maybe court can decide say this kind of system cannot be in operation in Ghana. And then yes, we will be free from him. But until then, no, there is no way say any national conversation Kwesi Nyantakyi could have been movie. Kwesi Nyantakyi sit on video and say yes, Otua a bribe of 100,000 at the manas. Bribe of $100,000 at the manas. And I'm thinking about it. This guy, does he really understand what he's saying? Does this guy really understand what he's saying? Say Otua bribe Edema Anas. So in Ghana for some information any day. We should look at Anas, not him, Anna. Anas is not vying for a national or public position. You are the one vying for public position. And I strongly believe that everybody that vies for a public position, his or her life should be under scrutiny. Because I need to understand the mental faculty of this person. I say me take the motive the person or the parliament. Yes, I see take the motive. But the entire Kwesi Nyantakyi freely say obey parliament. And the fact that the moment Ghana football is not going on well, everybody says, oh, Kwesi Nyantakyi wa ha, nka we best Kwesi Nyantakyi wa ha, Kwesi Nyantakyi wa ha. Ghanaians easily forget. And no wonder politicians do this to us all the time. It be bo Kwesi Nyantakyi say ne manusi sumna so owu a ye nyi obi ama ne Ghana football na. Kwesi Nyantakyi wu na o the Ghana football be kwa na. Our problem that we have in Ghana football any personality. A system. We do not have the system to feed our national teams. That is the problem that we have. The coach negu, coach nyinegu. Coach nyinegu. Ebe de yenya players. Inti so obi tete ne ba wa abroche no nimbo ba ne akofan de naba. Frefre kobo. Na ono no Ghana national anthem no kora na Ghana na obebo na ma no nim national anthem no kora to. there is nothing on Kakana Kasa on Tana Ghana that the only time Oba Ghana is when we call him Someboma Ghana. That was the first time I was stepping foot in Ghana. Do you really think that these people have any connection to Ghana? They said those days it's a who say Antonia Namo, so who say Stephen Apiamo, so who say Sule Muntari Mujina game, Munomo Bo Ghana. And yet because we say it's because they know, say, if they don't play well, they have let their people down. There is a connection between the people and the players. It's a it got nothing to do with Kwesi Nyantakyi. And I want a lot of Ghanaians to understand, say, the fact that people Ghana football enkoye no enye because Kwesi Nyantakyi ni wotida Ghana football enkoye. Ghana J 4 African Cup of Nations no titles no. Na Kwesi Nyantakyi no ni ho. Ghana J 4 African Nations title no na Kwesi Nyantakyi no ni ho. Kwesi Nyantakyi title be no the Ghana J. It is a football say ya. It doesn't mean say ye kofa konfo say omra meme obi a obo apo agiska. Ye kofa say omra mama me football. Like how? And this notion, you know, edema Kwesi Nyantakyi feel say obetumi aba. No aba be ye ehibio no. Abaye MPBO. They say we'll do the highest level, and this is in his here in Biano, obetimi ako Unuya TV on a captain spot. Or say we'll do the pinnacle of football. To say no onimu bio. Or but we'll do the pinnacle of politics. And he's going straight into the arm of government, which is parliament. Omo musemra de maye. Omua this is where the man wants to go. The man that just accepted, say, waje or 200,000 bribe. Even somebody accepting payment of bribe, is that not a crime? It's like it is a bit too honest. Otia bribe any crime, man. So be to your bribe because what I know is say the payer and the receiver, no, they commit the same crime. When the man confesses, say, Ubia facilitated bribe, I'm gonna to your bribe to kill a story, no. Is that not a crime? And he felt so free to sit on national TV to talk about this. He felt so free to sit on national because Odum said there's no form of punishment. There's no form of punishment. And now I do understand why the politicians behave that way. Because it is we, the Ghanaians, that have allowed them to behave that way. It is we, the Ghanaians, that have allowed them to behave that way. Because Ghana 4 are actually calling for Kwesi Nyantakyi. It will feel say FIFA the only go this answer FIFA say I want to come back. Okay, it's therefore uncle politics. No politics there baby. Because pen interview, no, so I have financier for NPP for a very long time. Was in 2012 what Francisco say, it was Adenta. On one and Francisco say financier. It's this time, a drew on also say, or also be to me, a dijumedi as an MP. Say, don't come a free mudia. No, no, submit me about a show, about Bidujuma. Ama, the biako kama, Eddie Amano. And ya gano, Eddie Amano. Na sa meti sa interview we no na me reach out to Anas. Me reach out to Anas and Madam for. I talk to him. We test and all that. And I'm not saying this because why Madam Funti me can be a man. I'm saying I have a relationship with him. So I called Anas. My friend Anas not say bro. And I'm say Charlie say na Kwesi Nyantakyi can. What does Tiger IPI say? Anas say Dr. Kwame Jana or can one on who name Dr. Kwame Jano and we one. Now information on no one say Dr. Kwame Jano as more for a message be or Sunday I mean read it no be who say. Or say he said he gave 100,000 USD to one lawyer Kwame Jan who is my lawyer and he took the money back in installment. The man Kwame Jan is not my lawyer. He is Kennedy, a Japan's lawyer, so it is their issue. Ti the analysis so can say Kwame Jai no onim no onye lawyer no ono ne nya adwuma da. Na Kwame Jai no Kennedy Japan lawyer. It is a umutua sika de a ene omo issue. Onim ba bia sa conversation no. Eba. And then he went ahead and then released a public statement. And this was released on the 2nd. Was he unveiling the plot, the Nyantakyi bribery saga? Was Tiger IPR recently been made aware of allegation concerning the payment of a bribe by the disgraced former president of the Ghana Football Association, Kwesi Nyantakyi, to lawyer purportedly representing renowned undercover journalist Anas Arumiyao Anas. The alleged purpose of this bribe was to prevent the publication of the famous Number 12 documentary, which focused on corrupt practices within African football. Numerous media outlets have reported on Mr. Nyantakyi's confession, wherein he claims to have paid a sum of 100,000 as a bribe to Anas' lawyer by name Kwame Jan, a lecturer at University of Ghana. Tiger IPI and Anas Arumiyao Anas categorically deny any involvement in soliciting or accepting bribes from Kwesi Nyantakyi prior to the publication of the documentary. The core mission of Tiger Eye and Anas is to expose. Okay, so basically, you know, Tiger Eye and Anas, and so he deny this story. Tiger Eye and Anas, he deny this story. Say, Ebo, the ever pay ke umunim hwe fa ho. The meso make kind simple. Whether say Tiger Eye nim bibi fa ho, umunim bibi fa ho, a matter of court anybody decide. But when a man accepts a crime, say crime with the Maya, do you think that man qualifies? Miss Boate or say Ghana a joke country. When a man accepts a crime, say why a crime we are. Do you think as a person say that man no, can represent the nation in a good faith? That is my question. Can that man represent the nation in good faith? Why is nobody angry about this situation? The man comes. And young one do Ghana will be to me a bay. You say, "Na me a conforno ni kunkum nipa." Na me conforno. They say they me who is. Now that time na me conforno no bit me the baba ni kuno near the naisika. People are confessing to crimes, unsolved crimes. And we don't do anything about it. That is the nation that we are from. And say we don't actually see anything wrong with what this man has done. But we have to. The fact that the media is not criticizing this man, the fact that the media is not even pushing an agenda, say no, we cannot let a person like this to go into parliament. You know, it's a huge problem. It's a huge problem. You can say anything about the method of Anas. Me say Fako court. So free say Anas method no. Any method I see use. Me say FBI use. Vatican scandal no. This is the same method that they used. The FBI omo recross actually. And you recross the musician, recross the real recross no. Omo actually no. They use the same method. The Blandon, the cocaine dealer, and the Satano. And on the chair, a system worldwide is being used. But say, hey, Ghana, if you listen, you our system now, we should go to court and make sure that nobody can use that system against anybody. As simple as that. But for a person that have confessed to say, oh, the young father said the whole video the mukrano, and you no cray, you who was some neka. The only be a numa some say me tia bribe a movie. Do you think this person should be able to vie and pass to stand for election in Ghana? We are a joke. A lot of people say Ghana is a joke. Ghana is a joke. And we keep saying that Ghana is a joke. Ghana is a joke. Like when you see these things happening, these things are happening every day. Then you're like, actually, it looks like we are a joke. It looks like, because ultimately try in any way. Ultimately try in any way. Now see, Emma. Papa we Baba beye MP. Why wouldn't Victoria Hammer, that just had a conversation so only $1 million on free politics mono. Why should Victoria Hammer be fired? Why should Victoria Hammer vie for the presidency? So I got it. Also, we are up position in Ghana na meboa. Ghana for money menya adwena. Victoria Hammer a bit me a pre-position. Why was Victoria Hammer fired? Victoria Hammer was having a conversation with a friend and a driver recording, not to talk about him. Victoria Hammer was fired on this. We have a man, our only position in Ghana right now, on live TV saying it's a betrayal bribe, and nobody's angry about it. And the party is not even ashamed of it. The party is not even making a statement saying, no, a person that have confessed to bribe, we cannot allow such a character to be part of our national leadership. Obi who anything wrong with that. Now, may there be an opposition party, our opposition parties, this should be some of the things the opposition should be talking about, but you do not hear them talking about it. Yes, that is the truth. You do not hear the opposition talking about it. Yes. The NDC for the these are talking points. When a person come online, say a person be a member of parliament, but material bribe with the will be to kill a story. This person qualifies to be a member of parliament. And the NDC, for independent parties, no, the new force, nobody's talking about it. Because you all don't see anything wrong with it. And if we are going to run a nation and we do not see anything wrong with such behaviors, such characters, such personalities, then we are running the nation to our own peril. That's how we are running the nation. A bedroom maybe no, obi be obi, and so still you to aba amane so mra president. Obi be assassinate obi ebe use the power of war against obi, and we will still vote for these people because this is what we got. I strongly believe, say Ghana, we can do better than that. I strongly believe we can do better than that. And it starts now. This is the timer. It started. We have to make sure, say, characters like Mr. Nyantakyi shouldn't go into parliament. Nyantakyi drew parliament or be a president. And you can see just say bitoho Emma Omu feel say we can actually do this and go scot-free. That is what I am against. And you can see just say bitoho Emma Omu start to feel say they can actually do that. So politicians start to feel say to me ISRD we are. They can start feeling say they can actually negotiate the country and give it to a foreigner. Every asset that we have, give it for their better, for their personal gains, and I say for their self-interest, without any form of reproach. Is that what we want to happen? I believe say any Ghana ni piano empesa sadi no ebesi eti se mon pesa sadi nbesi and I say empesa sadi nbesi. The time is now. We all have to speak against Nyantakyi going for a Joso. What's what I want to know? As a ba etia, kwasi basa kwai we eba man we it me base obaba be a member of parliament for a Joso. If Kwesi Nyantakyi me do be as say oje brena oti Oman Adwuma. It will revolt radio. Yebe saba next Saturday. After this show, about 1 o'clock, 1 car by then so ebe 2 so. Bye bye.